So I got out at, it looks like a pretty good time. What I did is I closed out of that long vertical spread. I had 420 calls and 421 calls. I closed out of that for like a $70 gain. So turned a big loss into a $70 gain. And that was on top of the other half of that original position, which was a big gain, like maybe $700. And so now I've got the 419s that I sold against them, and that's messing with my margin a little bit, because you need to have some set aside in case it goes against you. I doubled down on my 415s, pretty risky thing to do. That's a lot of contracts to have. And I added one to my 419, and then it's always advised, guys, rather than doubling down on losing positions, to just buy a better position. Right? I didn't double down on these because I want to make 8 contracts that are like 300% gain. Like, I doubled down on it so that I could sell really, really fast in the midst of a move in my favor to get out of this loss here. This doesn't reflect the other half of the original position, which was a big gain. Now what I'm trying to do is get rid of the other half, right? And so tomorrow we should have a pretty notable drop. It might even start here. And if we go higher, what I'll do is I'll probably turn it into 10 contracts. And tomorrow I plan to buy back the 419 calls because these 420s are like, I mean, I didn't expect it to move that much, but looking back at the 1 month, I should have seen it coming that we would move that high. And rather than selling against them, I should have doubled down. But I think I could probably get out of the 419s, double down on the 420 calls, and then close out of the 420 calls on Friday morning, which is the 3rd, so it's really risky. But it does look like we're turning over here. And so I was on point about us breaking through this resistance there in that last move into the close. And it looks like this abundance card is probably taking place right now, which is a move higher through resistance. You stay above it briefly, and then you break back down through the same price level. But then the significance of the abundance card versus the love card is that the abundance card is usually like the high or a new high or an all-time high, depending on the scale of the reading and circumstances. AV, type something else because for whatever reason, there's a little heart in my chat window that blocks me from seeing the full message. Oh, wait, no, there it is. Will AMD hit 112 this week? I sold out of my 418 calls for like a 500%, or excuse me, a $500 gain as well. It's like a 60% gain. Um, will they hit 412 this week? Will AMD hit 412 this week? Pretty strong probability that it will, yeah. Let me see what the cards say. I gotta know. It does actually look like it's on a downward trajectory here. I'm getting like really mixed kind of answers today. It's not the like clearest day. I'll say that. Oh well, that's why. I was like, something doesn't feel right about that answer, and there you go. All right, so will AMD hit 112 this week? Yes or no? I believe the lover's card is a yes, which is what my original gut said was yes. It is a yes. Yeah, so that's a pretty conclusive yes. Went along with my gut, felt better about that. This wasn't an easy S&P reading. I definitely would open up a short position here, guys. Don't be stressed if you're like, I don't want to close my long position. We're gonna have a higher price level on Friday morning, is my sense. We'll probably see a similar high at the end of the day tomorrow, near the end of the day, and then a higher one with like a breakout early in the morning. Um, but there'll be a significant decline there on Friday. So I'm pretty much short. I have a much bigger position, a lot more money on the table than I would like to have based on my account, but sometimes you have to just make a risky move because it's the smart play. Not because it's like, oh, I might make millions of dollars, because you know it's the right move at that time. This really does feel like the right move. And again, I won't stay in them for long. They're really not that far off. About $1.50 both of them. And if they're not profitable tomorrow, what I'll do is I'll shave off some of this position. If they're not profitable first thing in the morning, I'll shave off some of this 415 put position probably. I'll definitely open up a long position at first thing in the morning tomorrow. Probably hedge the short positions, and then first thing in the morning on Friday, I would take away the hedges on the short, so I'd be long puts. When should you exit SEEL? Hmm. Is this right? Okay, yeah, this looks right. Hmm. So tomorrow, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday, Friday. There's a couple places, so let me see here. So probably Thursday of next week is when I would exit. There's another exit on Friday of this week, but I think probably Thursday of next week is better. There'll be some choppiness in between, though. All right, my friends, I'm rolling. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to follow that rule of karma, super important. And